What if the Hogwarts founders weren't who we think they were? Godric Gryffindor, Rowena Ravenclaw, Helga Hufflepuff, and Salazar Slytherin. You know the names, you know the houses, but what if the story we know is only part of the picture? What if their origins are tied to another classic fantasy world, a land reached through a wardrobe ruled by a lion? There's a popular fan theory that connects these four legendary figures to a secret life that will change how you see both worlds forever. The theory is simple but brilliant. What if, before they were founders, they were the Pevensie siblings from the Chronicles of Narnia? It suggests that the personalities of Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy are the perfect blueprints for the four most famous figures in wizarding history. Now, while J.K. Rowling has never confirmed this, she has said the Narnia books were a huge influence on her growing up. The parallels are so striking that many fans believe she may have used the Pevensies as archetypes. So let's break down the evidence, character by character, and explore the secret Narnian identity of the Hogwarts founders. Let's start with the High King of Narnia, Peter the Magnificent, and the founder of Gryffindor. Both are defined by their incredible courage, natural leadership, and drive to fight for what's right. Peter, being the eldest, leads the Narnian army against the White Witch, showing the kind of chivalry and daring that Gryffindors are known for. And here's a striking detail. In the book, Father Christmas gives Peter a sword and a shield. The shield is described as silver with a red lion, as bright as a ripe strawberry, on it, the exact symbol of Gryffindor. A born leader with a lion emblem. The case for Peter, as the original Gryffindor archetype, is pretty strong. Next up is Susan Pevensie, known as Queen Susan the Gentle. In Narnia, Susan is the voice of logic and caution. She's intelligent and practical, often the one demanding proof before she's willing to believe in the magic unfolding around her. This intellectual approach lines up perfectly with the key trait of Rowena Ravenclaw, who prized wit beyond measure. In fact, many fans point to Susan's tragic fate as the ultimate, if sad, Ravenclaw moment. In The Last Battle, Peter states his sister Susan is no longer a friend of Narnia. She is described as being interested only in nylons and lipstick and invitations, having seemingly reasoned her way out of believing in a magical world. This dedication to the logical, real world feels like a perfect, if heartbreaking, parallel to the House of Wisdom. The connection between the youngest Pevensie, Lucy, and Helga Hufflepuff is just about perfect. Lucy is the heart of the Narnia stories. She's defined by her unshakable loyalty, her deep kindness, and her ability to see the good in everyone, from a nervous fawn to her treacherous brother. These are the exact qualities Helga Hufflepuff valued most, promising to teach all students and treat them with fairness and equality. Lucy, known as Queen Lucy the Valiant, is the first to believe in Narnia and never gives up on it. Her empathy and steadfastness make her the ideal model for the founder of Hogwarts' most inclusive and good-natured house. But the most complex, and maybe most convincing parallel, is Edmund Pevensie's link to Salazar Slytherin. Edmund's story is one of darkness and redemption, which reflects the complicated legacy of the Slytherin house. At first he's selfish and ambitious, easily tempted by the White Witch's promise of power. His betrayal of his siblings for personal gain feels like a classic Slytherin move. He is cunning and, for a while, driven by a desire for recognition. But Edmund isn't a villain. He sees his error, fights bravely, and is redeemed, becoming King Edmund the Just. This duality, the ability to make terrible mistakes, but also find your way back to heroism, is the core of what Slytherin House represents. It's a reminder that ambition itself isn't evil. Okay, before we get too carried away, there's a massive, undeniable 1,000-year problem with this theory. Hogwarts was founded around 993 AD. The Pevensie siblings, however, walked into the wardrobe during World War II in the 1940s. That enormous time gap makes it physically impossible for them to have been the founders. So, is the theory just a fun coincidence? The secret isn't that the Pevensies were the founders. It's that they may have served as their powerful inspiration. As mentioned, J.K. Rowling was a fan of C.S. Lewis's work. While she's never explicitly said the founders are based on the Pevensies, an author who plans her world so carefully could have easily drawn from these classic literary archetypes. Rowling has spoken about how the general idea of a portal to a magical world like the wardrobe was an influence, and her own portal at King's Cross Station holds deep personal meaning for her, as her parents met on a train departing from there. The Pevensies represent four timeless figures: the hero, the logician, the loyal heart, and the redeemed betrayer. It's highly likely these powerful literary blueprints helped shape the foundation of Hogwarts. So, no, the Hogwarts founders probably weren't time-traveling Pevensies, but their very essence, their values and their conflicts might have been born from a land that was once always winter, but never Christmas. The connection isn't one of shared history, but of shared stories, showing how great fantasy often builds on the giants that came before it. Seeing the Pevensies as prototypes for the founders doesn't break canon. It just adds another layer of magic to two of the most beloved worlds ever created. What do you think? Which Pevensie to founder connection is the most convincing to you? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole or through the wardrobe, be sure to like and subscribe for more theories about your favorite stories.